Hey ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the deck. I have lots of things I wanted to talk to you about, though I'm afraid I cannot really order my train of thought to be able to communicate all that's been happening. So I guess I'm just gonna give it a train of thought, like automatic writing kind of pouring. Deliver. It's 3:19 a.m. I always go to bed very late, never earlier than 4 a.m. Okay, so yeah, today I was visiting a couple of people that have posted an announcement for the sale of a cutting plotter. We have been considering the acquisition of a cutting plotter. For those of you who do not know what a cutting plotter is, it's just like a big ass printer. Well, at least bigger than most of the ones you're accustomed to. That has this blade, and that is able to cut sheet material, like vinyl and polyurethane film and the like. This is what we call in management insourcing. It's the opposite of outsourcing, obviously. It's characterized by concentrating all activities in the production process in-house, right? So instead of you delegating a certain aspect of your process to another firm, you assume the responsibility for that. So up till now we have been in the dependence of an outside vendor for cutting our sheets of material. If we acquire the plotter, and yes we will, yes we can, it will be 100% reliant upon us, no one else. It's kind of a freeing experience. The investment is not really that big. I'm not gonna give you any details, but I've managed to acquire this plotter for 3 figures. So amazing. And by the demonstration that the guy did to me, I'm pretty impressed. Lots of detail, very precise cut. So it's amazing. Now, what other things have you going on? You guys know Omegle, Omegle.com. Let me know what you think about these kinds of sites. You know, as some of you may know, I'm very big and active on social media, social sites like Twitter, High5, Vivo, and so on and so forth. So, one of my followers on Twitter tweeted about a site called Omegle. You can access it at omegle.com, OMEGLE.com. And it's essentially an interface for private conversation with strangers. The tagline for the service is actually "Talk to Strangers." What do you guys think about this kind of site? Up till now, my experience has been very, very uncool, to say the least. But then again, that may be because I'm using it also, not only but also, as a sort of direct channel for promoting my commercial services, and also my services as an entertainer, both on YouTube and on Blog TV. Yes, for those of you who did not know this, yes, I do also have a Blog TV channel. It shows another side of the DAC, a more relaxed side, side more willing to indulge in foolish activities, And that's it. What else? What else? Well, I keep on reading people talking about moral terms in very ironic, very cynical, very meaningless ways. I'm getting kind of vaccinated against that, you know. I'm getting like desensitized about that. You all know that I totally respect the positions of intelligent people like Radness, which kind of characterizes himself as a nihilist. I can totally understand that sort of nihilism, that kind of ontological nihilism. And yes, I have assumed in the past that ethics is about a choice, it's about a foundational choice that is ultimately arbitrary. It's about a convention that lots of people make based on a similarity of feeling, of a similarity of aesthetic preference, if you will, that is so overwhelming, and that is reliant on lots of things like a morally evolved sense. I mean, an evolutionary moral sense that I don't like to call sense. I prefer to call it a sense of empathy. Yeah, that I believe has at least a big evolutionary component, and I do believe that it is essential to discuss morality, to understand what it's all about. People who do not have the capability, the ability to put themselves in the shoes of others, to feel or experience the suffering of others, to feel joy when others feel joy, to feel pain when others feel pain, have no chance in the world of ever getting what ethicists are talking about. And they're talking about this thing called morality, which is, of course, a convention, which is, of course, strictly related to practicality, and which is, of course, a subset of practicality. It's not the kind of practicality that one talks about when he says that he should kill the girl he just raped so as not to be caught, because he desires not to be caught, right? He desires to maintain his freedom. That's also practicality. But that is primarily means to ends rationality. Now, I'm not saying that morality is not means ends rationality, because it is. But it is means ends rationality in regards to a complex of what is hardly or roughly called universally preferable behaviors. And universal in the sense that it is overwhelmingly majoritarian. Because yes, we are all human beings. Therefore, our evolutionary abilities tend to be quite similar. If I have empathy, I would posit that you too know what empathy is, and you have felt the experience of empathy. You have felt joy when you were the reason of joy in others. You have felt pain when you were the cause of pain in others. You prefer to conduct your life in peace. You see the benefit rationally, emotionally, of living in peace, prosperity. You do not wish to further your life at the expense of others. You do not wish to cause the so-called externalities. And yes, this is very important. To me, this is very important. Morality is about using social forces like praise, condemnation, reward, and punishment to diminish externalities.